Dear students, good morning to all of you. Today I am going to start the new video for this session. The chapter name is Lifelines of National Economy. It is last chapter of your geography. Dear students, there necessary to know that why do transport known as the lifelines of national economy. It means the country who wants to more develop, that means they have needed good quality of transportation system. If they had a good quality of transportation system, that times the goods whatever produced or developed from the different places, it can reach within a fixed time, and such facilities as create for the consumers, retailers and wholesalers, and through this process the goods can also be easily reach in international market. So when the goods reach in international market, that times the country would get a better profit, and these money can play important role to improve the economical condition of the country. Now present time in the world, you can see that many countries whose economical position are better. Why do? It means their transport facilities are good quality. It means their roads are high quality, railway transportation are better, and with these the other transportation systems what are the countries use, they are also a high quality. Therefore, after producing goods, it immediately reach in the other part of the world and other part of the country, which make more profitable for the nation. As same in our country also, the government has played important role for making such a different type of super quality of the transport facilities. So now in this chapter, introduction, it means network of transport and communication is a lifeline of a country. What are transportation and communication are the lifeline of the nation. It means these two things are play important role for make the country better. And these various transportation and communication systems also reduce distance and time. You can take the example of the new roads, whatever manufactured and started before 2 months ago, Purvanchal Expressway. Before this road, people who had need to reach in Lucknow, they had spent 5 to 7 hours. Then after reaching Lucknow. But after developing these roads, now people easily can reach Lucknow 2 or 3 hours. So here you can realize that the distance and time both are same. So now any persons who are involved who are involving in different type of works, they can reach early in the morning and they can move from Azamgarh to Lucknow, and on the time they can reach, and after completing their work they can also reach back to their home in a fixed time. So such facilities what are developed in the different country, it has helpful for better situation of the nation. Clear? With the world getting closer, there has been a tremendous increase in the movement of goods and services. So it means, as you can also take the example in the previous time when such a transport facility was not available, that times how did the goods move from one country? It means that time the goods was reached in the different places in a restricted places. And present time you can see all the world countries are interconnected to each other through their transportation and communication system. So modern communication and transportation facilities provide the facility that if any country what type of the goods they have need, they immediately connect the information and also give their information that the goods what they have need they can import from those countries. So now there are three modes of transportation in our country, in the world. No, I am talking about the India. In India, there are the three type of the, or we can say means of transportation. Transportation can be divided among the three parts. What are? The first is roads. Second, waterways. And third is airways. Roadways can also be divided among the three parts: roads, railway, and pipeline. And waterways also divided among the two parts: inner, inlands, not inlands, and inland, and second is overseas. And airways also divided among the two parts. First is domestic airways and second is international. Domestic airways and second is international airways. So through these you can see that means of transport can be divided among the three parts. Main are the roads, waterways and airways. And then after you can also see that they have a different type of. It means roadways, roads, railways and pipelines. We will discuss about later in detail about these. And same here you can also see waterway, inland. It means through the canals and rivers among surrounding the different part of the countries which are connected, the places there the waterways what are run, it is known as inland waterways. And overseas it means the ship and the transport which are run and connect the different world country, these are known as overseas transportation. And same the airways also domestic, it means the different cities of the country are connected by the airways which are, it is known as a domestic airways, and those countries which are connected to each other by airways, and the airways which are connect, it is known as the international airways. So these are the different part of the means of transportation. Now let us try to understand one by one in detail about these airways. So number one is roadways. Roadways are varied and universal form of transportation. In the beginning of civilization, man traveled on foot and used footpaths. It means in the beginning when the people had begun to civilize, that time they try to cover the distance by their foot or by the foot and use their footpaths for moving one place to other places. But as the time has began then the advanced technology, it means advancement of science and technology had begun to increase. With these advanced science and technology, the new idea had begun to rise up, and through these ideas, the different type of the technology had begun to use for making the different type of the roads. On the basis of these, when we study about the situation of the roads and transportation or roads and communications from ancient time till now, we have found a lot of changes in this process. So on the basis of today, we can see that the modern technology which are play important role for develop good quality of super highways and other type of the roads also. So the wheel carriers were introduced and now we can reach out the points what are the importance of the roads. Now importance of road. What are the importance of the road? So roads are important in many ways. Number one, cost of construction. First is cost of construction. Construction of the roads is much less. Construction is much less compared of the railway. Compare of the railway. Cost of construction of road is much less compared of the railway. Second, roads can be constructed. Roads can be constructed in all types of diverse topography. Topography means situation. Like examples. What the example we can say? Hills, mountains and desert area and deserts. desert and plain, etc. So here roads can be easily constructed while the railway cannot be constructed in hills, mountain areas, plateau area and desert area easily. Now the third is road can reach great heights, or slopes. Example mountains and sorry, not a mountain, Himalaya, there can easily road can be construct, but rail line is not possible to construct in a slope on a high areas. Clear? Now the next is this can provide. It means road can provide. These can provide what? Provide door-to-door services. It means you can see surrounding your village, surrounding your home, surrounding your cities, surrounding your towns, there are the different routes which are connect to each other. On the basis of these, we can say that roads can provide door-to-door services. Clear? Now the last point is roads also help in connecting. Roads also help in connecting other modes of transport and for example other modes of transport, example railways, waterways, ships and so on. Railway stations, not a railway stations and airports and seaports, etc. etc. So these are the importance of the roads, and these points are very important for your coming examination, because many times from this question can be asked. Like, why do roads are more valuable or important compared to the railway? So then you should try to give this answer in these points. Clear? Now come to the next points. According to the material used for constructions, roads may be various type materials like earthen, gravel, surfaced and cemented. So these are the materials which are used for constructing the different type of the roads. So now let us try to classify the roads in a different type. So in India, the roads which are available, they are a different type. Let us try to understand one by one these roles in a next video. Okay, thank you.